Our tactics must now be the tactics of a rebel guerrilla force, which we are. We still exist. We still have brains. We still have the ability to fight. But in so doing, we must do things that make you and I uncomfortable. Just like a guerrilla force has to do, we must use the enemy's weapons against him. That's why I have spent the weekend blasting away at American universities, all of them. In fact, I want Congress to pass a law, the Suck Act. This is my actual tweet on the whole thing. I am calling on both parties in Congress to pass the Strip University Credentials Act for every American university like Yale, Georgetown, and Brown, who were founded by slave owners. I'm calling it the Suck Act. End university racism in these monuments to slavery now. And I look, I have a list here, a mini list of the universities, but University of Virginia, that's Jefferson, slave owner. Yale, oh, geez, Yale may be the worst culprit of all. Elihu Yale. Think about all the places you've seen that name, Yale. I want you to think about this right now. It's everywhere, right? It's on sweatshirts, hats. It's plastered all over the university. How many Yale people have a Yale degree sitting on the wall? Yale this, Yale that. I went to Yale. That man wasn't just a slave owner. That man was an actual slave trader. That man is in the business of kidnapping black people from their home in Africa, stuffing them in the bowels of a ship, chaining them up like animals, and shipping them to the United States of America. And his name is all over a prestigious American university? Oh, it doesn't stop. There's Harvard. There's Brown. The Brown family were slave traders. In fact, the Brown family and the original Brown Board of Trustees used to, quote, rent black people. Does that not make you sick? For their Board of Trustees meetings. William Rice. I work here in Houston. I live here in Houston. Rice is right here in my area. I am miles away from Rice University, where there is a gigantic statue of William M. Rice. And William M. Rice was so racist, he said in his will that Rice University would be, and I quote, for whites only. You see, I was all about that leave everybody and everything alone life. But if we're going to do this, if I have to sit and look at things like this, the Teddy Roosevelt statue outside of a museum in New York, if I have to sit and look at Teddy Roosevelt statues being removed, if my statues are being removed, if you're going to trash the history of my country and the things I love, then your statues are being removed. I am calling on Yale to change its name. I'm calling on Rice to change its name and tear down that statue. And don't think for a second this is going to be a one-time thing. I'm calling for all of it, and I'm coming for all of you right now, because I will not sit in the city square while the hordes batter down the gates of my city. I am going to fight back in some way, shape, or form. And if that makes you uncomfortable, it's not that I'm right, it's that you need to buck up. Because that's the future we have now. That is our future. You lay down and take it, or you buck up and start hitting somebody back in the mouth. And the time is now. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.